When you told me on our first night together that you couldn't let anyone fall in love with you, did you really mean that?
Once upon a time, there was a young prince who was born in a castle. And there had never been a prince quite like him. He was born with his heart on the outside of his body. Whereas the other princes and noble children could withstand the slings and arrows of childhood, this prince felt everything acutely. Everything seemed to touch and threaten his unprotected heart. He didn't know that he was different, at least not at first. His family did. And they grew fearful that the people in the kingdom would see who he really was and turn against him. His grandfather, the king, sent the suit a prince of armor and told him that if he always wore it, nothing would ever happen to him. And so for many, many years, the prince believed that he was safe. And the price he paid for his safety was his freedom. Until he met this devastatingly handsome young peasant boy who was from this faraway land and said the most ghastly things to him. That made him feel truly alive for the first time in his life. And because of this handsome peasant boy, the prince's armor began to fall away, piece by piece, until all that was left was the piece of armor protecting his heart. The peasant boy pulled and pulled at this last piece of armor, but the prince held it firmly in place. And with every tug, the boy made a space between the prince's armor and his heart, and in that space, the prince's heart could beat freely once again.
I sent you to the royal wedding. A simple instruction. Don't cause an international incident.
How's it going?
You've done some pretty stupid things in your day, but this...
Takes the cake? Henry shoved me.
An urge I currently share. What I need is some good old-fashioned damage control.
The White House and the palace are going to release a joint statement.
You've got to be joking.
You can hate Prince Henry all you want.
My NDA is bigger than yours. I want you to know that. You're wearing lifts. Know that too, sweetheart.
You better act like the sun shines out of his ass and you have a vitamin D deficiency.
I think so is what you might say to convince the world that we're actually friends. I love hanging out with this guy.
These days are way too lonely.
We never have to see each other again. You're expected at my New Year's party.
Don't forgive and love away, but
Did I do something wrong? Do you ever wonder who you'd be if you were an anonymous person in the world? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're as thick as it gets.
someone in love.
What I meant when I said yourself, Your Majesty. It's Your Royal Highness. Oh. Dear Alex, I miss you.
That's what I really want.
Good morning.
We are in a hotel crawling with reporters. If anyone sees you leave this hotel, I will Brexit your head from your body. Your Royal Highness.
You need to figure out if you feel forever about him. Do you love him?
What difference would it make if I did?
I want someone to love.
Prince Henry belongs to Britain.
I need
We can figure out a way to love each other on our own terms. It's like there's a rope attached to my chest and it keeps pulling me towards you.
someone to love.
Hopefully, we'll get through tonight without any more scandals.
The night is young, Ma.
That's what I want.